नमस्कार. मी तुमची मैत्रीण डॉक्टर दीपाली उमाळे घेऊन आली आहे नर्सिंग रिलेटेड सर्व खबर तुमच्यापर्यंत. सबस्क्राईब करा माझं चॅनल नर्सिंग A to Z. Florence Nightingale is the pioneer of modern nursing. She is a towering figure in the nursing profession. No single person has contributed more to the field than she. So, friends, let us start one more feather in Nursing A to Z channel by giving tribute to the mother of nursing. We will honor her by going through her biography. Nursing aspirant Miss Anisha Zore will take you through this incredible journey of Lady with Lamp. So let us start.
Florence Nightingale was born on May 12, 1820 in Florence, Italy to Frances Nightingale and William Shore Nightingale. Now talking about her childhood, she was the younger of two children. Nightingale's affluent British family belonged to elite social circles. Florence's father was William Shore Nightingale. Florence was raised on the family estate at Lea Hurst, where her father provided her with a classical education, including studies in German, French, and Italian. From a very young age, Florence Nightingale was active in philanthropy. But talking about philanthropy, it's just a nature or it's just a habit of an individual to help the people who are in need or to help the society. So it be in the form of donating money, donating effort, in the form of anything, but the only aim is to help. The same had gone with the Florence also. She used to minister ill and poor people in the village neighboring her family's estate. By the time as she grew up, when she was 16 years old, it was clear to her that nursing was her calling. She believed it to be her divine purpose. So, following this, in 1844, Nightingale enrolled as a nursing student at the Lutheran Hospital of Pastor Flettner in Kaiserwerth, Germany. Later on, in early 1850s, Nightingale returned to London where she took a nursing job in the Middlesex Hospital for ailing governesses. She was promoted to superintendent within just a year of being hired. She managed cholera outbreak. Nightingale made it her mission to improve hygiene practices, significantly lowering the death rate, that's mortality rate at the hospital in the process. Now, further talking about the further obstacles which came in her career, that is the Crimean War after cholera outbreak. In October of 1853, the Crimean War broke out. The British Empire was at war against the Russian Empire for control of the Ottoman Empire. Thousands of British soldiers were sent to the Black Sea, where supplies quickly dwindled. By 1854, no fewer than 18,000 soldiers had been admitted into military hospitals. So, on the solution, or for the solution on this, in 1854, Nightingale received a letter from Secretary of War, that is Sidney Herbert, asking her to organize a corps of nurses to tend to seek the fallen and soldiers in the Crimea. Nightingale rose to her calling. She quickly assembled a team of 34 nurses from a variety of religious orders and sailed with them to the Crimea just a few days later. Further, Nightingale herself spent every waking minute caring for the soldiers. In the evenings, she moved through the dark hallways carrying a lamp while making her rounds, ministering to patient after patient. Soldiers who were both moved and comforted by her endless supply of compassion took to calling her the Lady with the Lamb. Others simply called her the Angel of the Crimea. Her work reduced the hospital's death rate by 2/3. Now, the amount of 2/3 at that time was not a little amount, so it helped a lot in managing that havoc. Now, based on her observations in the Crimea War, Nightingale wrote notes on matters affecting the health, efficiency, and hospital administration of the British Army. An 830-page report. An 830-page report analyzing her experience and proposing reforms for other military hospitals. Then Queen rewarded Nightingale's work. She became the first female member of the Royal Statistical Society and also was named an honorary member of the American Statistical Association. Thanks to Nightingale, nursing was no longer followed upon by the upper classes. It had, in fact, come to be viewed as an honorable vocation. Then she also funded the establishment of St. Thomas Hospital and within it the Nightingale Training School for Nurses. Then, in 1908, at the age of 88, she was conferred the Merit of Honor by King Edward. Then, at August 30, 1910, at her home in London, the lady with the lamp was laid to rest in Hampshire, England. Now, reading this, or after observing the story of Florence Nightingale, I got to know that caring for one is love, and caring for 100 is called nursing. Thank you.